Hello? Oh good, it's working. Didn't just decide not to work today. Good morning. My glasses are dirty. I should probably get like a glasses cleaning cloth. This is not the best cloth to clean it with. Hi, Wave. Hi, everyone. How are you guys? It's Sunday. Sunday. I gotta send something in the mail tomorrow. Holy shit, they're still so dirty. Oh my god, I forgot we had crayon time. Okay, good enough. I have decided that I'm gonna eat pizza later. Why does Haas keep coming back? I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Just some dumbass bot, I guess. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like almost every day. I don't know what they're trying to do, dude. Is it like people behind the bots that are specifically targeting certain streamers? Hey, Gobs. Cause like, I don't know if it's just like random, you know. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I have hate watchers already. It would not be entirely unlikely. They're targeting streamers through LGBTQ tags. That would make sense. Yeah, but we're gonna keep using the tag, obviously. Oh my goodness! Look at what it is! Hi, Thought Processor! Thank you so much for 11 months. Wow. Wow. Did you get botted? I've been botted many times. I have been botted in like many ways, many times. Individually and en masse. It's just like, I don't know, I guess it's just something we have to deal with. I've returned. Welcome back. I'm gonna try to turn the exposure down on this camera. It seems a little bright on my face. Wait, can I just click properties? Oh, I can. It might just be like either too bright or too dark though. That's okay. That's at -6. I think that's fine. That's better. Now work on weekends? Or no work. Pog chant. The bot thing is weird, like that's so much time and energy to spend trolling small streamers. Exactly. It's just like so weird. But you know, like there are people out there that are like, all they can do with their time is just hate. Like they don't know how to do anything else other than hate. And there are like actually a lot of people like that. It's like really hard to comprehend, but you know, when you think about the amount of people out there that are like that, especially, like, you know, fucking incels on the internet that have nothing better to do than like bury themselves in 4chan and Reddit and like fucking yell at each other about how much they hate anybody who's gay or bi or whatever, you know, like it kind of makes sense that like they feel like this is the most important thing that they can do with their time, you know, like this is their valuable time that they're spending like on this ridiculous crusade to like slightly impede, not even, I mean like all we have to do is fucking ban them, like, you know, wow, you made me type /ban into the chat. Damn, dude, you're really making my life hard. You got me, like, good job. So it's just like, whatever, dude. If that's what they want to do with their time, I'm sad for them. Oh, I forgot my iPad again. I just pity them, you know? It's just like really sad. Yeah. So F for them. PogChamp for us. Get fucked, nerds. PogChamp. I'll be right back. Okay. We're gonna finish this fucking cliff today. This cliff. You can't see it because of the exposure, but this one. That's what I'm looking at. This looks great. Thank you. Probably spent a good 30 hours on it so far, maybe more. I'm not sure, really. I used to keep really good track of how long shit took me to do, but not anymore. Fucking stay. Why is the tape not sticky anymore? Like Junji Ito drawing? How ironic! I'm wearing a Junji Ito shirt right now! Oh my goodness! I fucking love him. He is super cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put both headphones in. Alright, should I put this here? It's kinda in the way. That should be fine. Okay. I wonder if I should keep it zoomed out like this. I've been feeling kind of frustrated with the way that it looks like zoomed in. But I also like want people to be able to see the marks that I'm making. So I need to be, it's very difficult to like stay conscious about my hand covering up what I'm doing. So the main thing is that I need to hold the pen higher up, because I'll go like this and then I'll be like, and then you can see what I'm doing. So I need to be more like that. It's pretty hard though, because it's a little counterintuitive. Team meeting. Team meeting. Go. So I think as long as I am holding the pen a little higher up, I should be okay. wondering what is going on over here. I think I just like scribbled that in yesterday. Or yesterday. The last day that I worked on this. Thanks, Waterbug Draws. Welcome. I don't know what to do with this shape. I don't know, there's really just like a shit ton of texture. Or like not really. And I just kind of have to fill it in because I cannot tell what's happening. So I guess I'm just making it up. Here we go. Imagination. The picture is taken from so far away that like there's not really a ton of detail. So even though you can see like the values and just the general shapes, you can't see like the texture that you'd be able to see with your eye if you were there. So we are imagining. I've also decided that I'm gonna eat pizza later. Why did I almost say yesterday again? I might be slightly sleep deprived. Only slightly though. How is everyone already awake? It's 11:27 ago. Yeah, wait. Oh, you have a- oh, it's a group project. I was gonna say, wait, it's Sunday. Fuck that. I hate that. That's the worst thing about group projects is you're like fucking doing shit on the weekends. Because it's the only time that your group is like free. Ugh. So annoying. I cry myself to sleep. Thank you. Welcome. Sometimes I do too. But I used to do it a lot more than I do now. Actually, I pretty much never do that now. Because I have an amazing life. Pretty hard to find stuff to cry myself to sleep about these days. which is sick. Sometimes I get moody, but other than that, we're pretty good. We are stable for the most part. Except sometimes when I have an emotional breakdown. But that's okay. Sometimes that needs to happen. It's pretty rare though. I used to have them all the time. And now they're like less frequent. Progress. I definitely feel like I've got like better control over my emotions. After I learned that you can control your emotions, it's a lot harder than it sounds when you say it like that, but once you know that, you can kind of start practicing. A lot of people live their entire lives not knowing that, which is fucking insane to me. Okay, let's make sure this is working first. Yep. Emotions? What the hell is that? Sounds rather gay. What does white ink do? It covers up the black ink where I've drawn too many lines. So like in this area, it's a little darker than I wanted it to be. And I wanted to have some, I want this kind of to be like a white. Well, there's like, here, I'll try to show you. It's a little hard to see because of the exposure and the focus, but you can see there's like a white streak. I guess that's like limestone or something like that. And it kind of, it's supposed to be like down here, which is why I haven't worked on this area yet, but I'm extending it up here. So I didn't want this area to just be like a gray amorphous blob. So I'm going back in with some white ink to cover up some of the marks that I made. If I was a like AI robot who never made mistakes or never felt like I did anything that needed to be improved upon, I wouldn't need to use white ink because I just wouldn't have made those marks there. But I'm human, so we're just covering it up. It's fine. We're just pretending that that did not happen. It's essentially, it is literally essentially whiteout. Basically just whiteout. Hi Vic. Hello. Working on a Sunday? I know. Well, it's mainly because I haven't felt like drawing the past few days because I've been fully addicted to Stardew Valley. But having played like 40 hours in 3 days, I think I'm okay for now. I got that out of my system a little bit, and now we can get back to work. But then we're gonna play Phoenix Wright later, after we watch a bunch of YouTube videos after I finish working. So we still will do fun stuff today. Worms? Oh god. Any worms? Where? It has been like an incredibly long time since I've played a game that I really just want to like, you know, I just want that game to just like be my entire life. It's been a very long time since I've played a game like that. Most of the time, games don't like reach that point, you know? So props to the dev for Stardew Valley. That shit's nuts. I just don't understand how somebody has a brain that massive. How the fuck is your brain so big, dude? Hey, Beat the Disco. Stardew Valley is looking weird this morning. It's still Stardew Valley. This is the new, the Midwestern area in Stardew Valley. Da-na-na-na. Hi, Snake. Na-na-na. I need to move this. I can't see the bottom of chat. New DLC, yeah. I gotta drink this before it gets cold. I hope the drawing is going well. So far, it's pretty good. We've made some lines, so that's always a good start. We have drawn a few lines. I honestly, like, if I can get this area filled in today, I will be pretty satisfied. And then I can finish up the plants, because it's really just like from here over. Like, I just need to fill this in with plants. And then the foreground and the middle ground will be pretty much entirely done after that, other than like, you know, whatever touch-ups I have to do. And then we just have to draw clouds, which is probably, I'm not sure, I don't know. The entire drawing is hard. Probably the easiest part of the drawing is the like plants on the ground. And maybe the trees, just because it's purely like repetition. But this has taken a lot of brain power. The fucking cliff. That shit's hard. And then the clouds, I've sketched it out pretty well, but it's a very complicated like cloud arrangement. I don't know what it's called. Wait, where's my cloud reference? What the fuck? Did I not save it? Maybe it's just on my phone. I don't know. Oh well, yeah, but the clouds I picked to draw are like very complicated. It's not just like, you know, a clear sky, because I thought that would be a little boring visually. So I wanted to have some like interesting clouds happening, which means that there's like this big complicated dark shape moving in like a crescent up here. So I started the bottom and the top, and then it'll go around like this. And then over here, it's entirely gonna look like this, just like wispy light clouds. That shouldn't take too long because it's really like not that many lines. But all of this over here is gonna be pretty hard, I think. Where was that picture taken? I don't know, actually. I am not sure. I have not inquired as to what location this is. This is a commission, so I was sent these reference photos from my client. So I'm not sure exactly. But to me, it looks to be somewhere, you know, out west in the US. Like New Mexico, Arizona, something like that maybe. They're kind of the only places you get those like, yeah, like just rock and like desert-ish plants. Just rocks and scrubby looking plants. Because nothing else is like hardy enough to survive the heat. And I think it's mostly like clear skies over there. I don't think they have like a shit ton of rainstorms like we do over on the East Coast. So I don't think they have like a ton of like clouds like I'm drawing. but we're putting them in there. Like, we have cool looking clouds here all the time because it rains all the time. But I think out over there, I don't think it rains all the time, so they don't really have cool clouds to look at every day. We take those clouds for granted over here on the East Coast. Well, some people do. I don't. The fucking clouds I see whenever I go outside literally blow my mind. I'm always taking pictures of clouds so that I can use it for reference later. I'm gonna have to invest in camera lenses eventually. I need a polarizing lens to take better pictures of clouds. That's not, I mean, it's a filter actually, it's not a lens. And it's not too expensive either. I think it's like $60 to $80. Or maybe it's like up to $140, I'm not sure. But it kind of, I forget what it does. Something about UV rays. Polarizing. I don't know. But it takes better pictures of the sky, basically. That's the reason I want it. Have you ever been to Arizona or New Mexico? I have, yes. Happy little clouds. Thanks for explaining your thought process. No problem. Sometimes I forget, but you can get some pretty cheap ones that work really well. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for like affordable ones because that like over $100 for a fucking filter seems like a lot. Especially when I only spent $60 on each of the batteries. Only 60. Yeah, I've been to Arizona and New Mexico, but I haven't really like explored either state that much because it was like we were just driving through on a road trip both times. So we I think we stopped in, what the fuck is the, shit, I can't remember the name. Like the capital of Arizona or whatever. I feel like it starts with an S. I want to say San Jose, but I don't think that's it, unless it is. I don't know. Scottsdale? Is it Scottsdale? Dude, it just got so dark. What the fuck? Is it Scottsdale? No. That does sound right. It's not Scottsdale though. It's like the artsy place. There's like some artsy place in Arizona. Or maybe it's New Mexico. I don't know. Some artsy town in Arizona or New Mexico that's like pretty famous for being just like an artsy town. So we stopped there and like went into a few boutiques and stuff just to like look at things because we weren't gonna buy any of that shit. And I think we like ate dinner there and moved on. So I've seen like a lot of the landscapes, but only in passing. I would really like to spend some more time there though. Some of the most unique landscapes in the entire country for sure. Marfa? No. Oh, well, that's Texas. I've never been to Texas, and I would not mind keeping it that way. I would not mind if that stayed that way forever. There's like literally nothing to see in Texas. It's just flat. Bleh. We have mountains. You have mountains in Texas? Really? Is that true? Texas is the crown jewel of the whole United States of America. We should move Washington, D.C. to Dallas, Texas. I think I'd get culture shock if I ever visited Texas. I think I would too. Although maybe not though, because I grew up in Florida. So maybe it's like very similar. Chuds everywhere. Everyone's wearing like American flag paraphernalia, regardless of the time of the year. Yeah, I got the American flag hanging from my front door, right next to my Texas flag. Cause Texas really could be its own country, brother. We gotta represent our Texan nationality. People aren't really like obsessive about, you know, being from Florida or representing Florida. I feel like the way they are about Texas. So definitely different but similar. Hey Paul, we're gonna do reacts today. After I finish filling in this area, which probably will take 3 hours. I've been through Texas and it was fine, but also I'm white, so I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell when you're white. It's a little less obvious when you're looking for sussy shit. You're in one of 22 counties that voted blue. Hi, Silk. I'm on a 12-hour road trip. When I react, I want to take a nap. I've been up since 6. Well, I'll probably be doing art for 2 to 3 more hours. So, probably... I can't do math. 12, 1... 2, probably around 3 p.m. Eastern time, either before or after. Probably more likely before. It's doubtful that I'll get like super caught up in this. No more Stardew today? Well, I'm thinking if Zen wants to play like at night, like after we play some Ace Attorney, then we could play some Stardew very late. You know, we're probably gonna make it a habit, to be honest, to play like late night Stardew Valley. So it's a possibility. Yeah, Stardew after dark. Sounds good. Nap time. Have a good nap, Paul. Hopefully it's not too uncomfortable on the road. I've never been, unless I have like the whole back seat to myself, I am not great at sleeping on road trips. Or if I'm in the passenger seat and it's one of those like lean all the way back, then I can sleep. But unless one of those two conditions is met, I can't fucking sleep on a road trip. It's too uncomfortable. Like I can't sleep sitting up straight. I just can't. Unless I'm like beyond exhausted. Like on planes where you're overseas and your seat doesn't really like lean back at all, I just can't sleep. I'll sit there with my eyes closed, like trying so hard to fall asleep, and it just like does not happen because I'm so uncomfortable. Stardew addiction is real? Yeah. I mean, I think we pretty much all saw this coming. Anybody who played Stardew was like, oh, this is it. Of course, I was not aware. I was not aware of the level of addicted that I would become. But I'm adaptable. I can adapt my lifestyle. It's okay. It'll be fine. It'll work out. I'm sure everything will be fine. I'm sure that I can like 100% keep my shit together. But this is actually no cap though, because like in the past, like when I was growing up and first starting to play video games, I say that, but it's like, you know, at like age 16, I started playing video games. Well, it was probably like 13 when we got the Wii. So yeah, probably more like 13 when I started playing like Nintendo games. It actually, when I was like really having a good time with a game like that, and I just like all I wanted to do was play it, it actually helped to motivate me, like get my schoolwork done, because I would be like, okay, I get my schoolwork done and then I can go play whatever game I was playing. And it was like, I don't know, I think for the past like however long it's been that I haven't really had a game like that. It's been a while. It's been several months that I haven't had, probably since Hollow Knight. I haven't played a game that really kept my interest. So I think, you know, I think it'll be good. It'll be helpful to have something that's like motivating to get my shit done so I can just relax and play. Super cozy. That might be like slight copium, but I feel like I know myself enough to, you know, I feel like, you know, I know it'll be fine. It's like a little copium. But, you know, when it comes down to it, I am able to have self-control. Like if I have a looming deadline, then I will do whatever it takes to like meet the deadline. And then after I meet the deadline, I might play Stardew Valley for like 3 days straight, but you know what I mean. That's the motivation though. That's what works for me. It doesn't work for everybody though. Like the American school system sucks so much that like a lot of kids didn't learn self-discipline and self-motivation. So I can see how for a lot of people that are like around my age or younger, just like didn't learn that. I went to art school though, and we like, I've talked about this before, but our teachers would just be like, okay, here's all your assignments for the entire semester. Just like, and then here's the due dates for those assignments. And then they would pretty much just like leave us to our devices for the most part. Or like, you know, we would have certain days where we had still lives set up, and then like they would be like, okay, like, you know, on the syllabus you have to do 3 paintings of one of each still life. So, and then they would leave the still lives set up for like 2 weeks, and then we would just like, you know, fucking paint the still lives. Or if we had already finished the still lives, we could start doing like the next assignment. And it was like pretty much entirely just like self-motivated. And we would be, you know, we'd be taking our art home to work on it at home all the time. And I would just like listen to books and work on my art at my house. And then once I finished my homework for the day, I would play video games. So life really hasn't changed that much. It's pretty much the same as it used to be. I'm just not in school anymore. So same method should work. Theoretically. Hypothetically, the same method that I used when I was 13 years old should work at age 24. Can I get a link for the music? Sure. One moment. Here you go. It's nice because it's a live station so I don't have to worry about the music like pausing randomly. No problem. That's a tremendous amount of academic freedom. Exactly. The only stuff that really wasn't like freedom rather was you know, we still had to take all of the academic classes. So we had a lot of freedom with our art classes and like, you know, being able to just take our time and kind of decide what process and how much time we wanted to take with stuff. There was of course always deadlines, but that's like necessary to get kids to do the work that they need to do. Viajado? Thank you for following. Welcome. I said it in Spanish, but I don't know if it's Spanish. So the hard part was keeping up with the academic stuff while we had to keep up with the art stuff. That shit was pretty difficult. Looking back on it, I would not want to have to do that again. Definitely not. It was like having to do like chemistry, history, English, all this other stuff while trying to do all these art assignments. You know, we were taking like, I wish I still had my like schedule from high school. We would be taking like, I'm trying to think of like what an average year was. I would be taking like chemistry, fucking history, English, what else? What other academic classes? I think we would probably be taking 4 academics and then 4 art classes. So for an 8-class schedule. So we'd be taking like photography, sculpture, printmaking, painting, and drawing, and then a bunch of art classes. I mean, a bunch of academic classes. That was fucking hard. College was harder, but in a different way. Like, the homework for high school is easy, but in college, the homework's fucking hard. And the class is hard. Well, actually, that's not true for all colleges. At my college, that shit was hard. Some colleges, you can literally bullshit your way to a degree, the same way you could do with high school. Actually, I'd say most colleges in the US, I'd say it's like a smaller proportion of colleges where you actually have to fucking try or you'll fail. Yeah, like community college. Every community college ever. Hey, Swap. History kind of slaps though, I agree. Doing great, have to do some homework. Good luck on your homework. I agree, I love history. I absolutely, like, dude, if I end up having like a shitload of free time in my later years, I will absolutely like pursue degrees in history, certain types of history. Because there's like certain, there's certain types or parts of history that I find extremely interesting. I could see myself getting an art history degree, bachelor's degree, and then a master's in like 19th century landscape painting, because that's my shit. I could see myself doing that in the future, 100%. And then also I could see myself just getting like a regular history degree as well. Did you go to a school with like different magnets? Yes, I did. Well, I went to, I think my elementary and middle school were both magnet schools, but I'm not sure. I think the magnet was also an art school in middle school. Like, I had to audition to get into my middle school and my high school for art. So I think they were magnets in addition to being art schools. I'm not actually 100% sure about that. Haggard Alfalfa? That person has followed before. That's a bot for sure. That's definitely a bot. I've seen them before. What is up with all the bots lately? It's been a little crazy. Messed up on the bullshitting and just bullshitted. Didn't bullshit successfully. Get through business school with the most sociopathic answers. No, it's Portuguese, but it's okay. Aw. Wait, so in Portuguese, is it also, do you pronounce J's with the H sound? My bad. But welcome. I'll probably just call you for now. Until I'm sure. History is good for art inspiration? Yeah, absolutely. Can I post music reacts on the React channel? No DMCA ones though? Yeah, sure, why not? Dun, dun, dun. Step 1, basically fail out of engineering college. Step 2, become a history major. What did you major in? Me? Art. Hi, Paige. 1453. The Course of Empire. Thomas Cole is one of my favorite artists. Oh my god, you're based as fuck. I cry myself to sleep. Hello? Welcome to the community. Thomas Cole is literally one of my favorite artists. In the background is a painting that I reworked. It's River in the Catskills by Thomas Cole. And I took some buildings from Horizon Zero Dawn and threw them in there and then did an oil painting of it. As sort of like a master study and just like practice and theoretical. It's like a cross-century artistic theoretical discussion almost. They're not a bot. They've chatted here before. Maybe they got unfollowed or something. Oh, they're not? Because I remember there was a lot of bots that followed one time and they all had, all of their names were like random combinations of 2 words from the dictionary. You know what I mean? Remember that? So that's why I was like, I thought that was a bot. Whoops, my bad. Haggard Alfalfa. Magnet school? Yeah, magnet schools are like when, actually, I'm not really sure. It's just like special or something. I forgot what it means. It's like special. It's not like regular public school. But it is public school. But it's like, I think you get like more electives or something. It's more like focused on like arts and literature maybe. I'm not sure. Some NBA Twitch streamer got 1.4 million bot followers in a day. Dude, that's nuts. Yeah, there was a day when I got 2,000 bot followers. 2,000, which, you know, for I'm not sure how many I had at the time, but it's probably like a similar ratio. So maybe it's like a ratio. I don't know, it's weird. I don't get the bots. I feel like I go to the same school. There's an art school right next to my high school, which also does art, though I'm not in the art magnet. Streamer knows all about polarity. I have to restart my PC. Chatterino broke and my computer's freaking out. I hope it's okay, Cloud. What did you major in? Science. The Oxbow kind of slaps as well. Dude, the Oxbow is sick, but I feel like it's like, I think the Oxbow, like the only reason the Oxbow is so famous is because of the whole like nationalist fucking colonization aspect. So like everyone in the US loved that painting when he made it, and they still love it because it's all about like the untamed wilderness on the left where there's like a dark looming storm, and then like you see on the right like like Western society starting to like colonize near the river and shit. And Dude, Americans are like, fuck yeah, dude. America colonizing America. That's fucking sick. So like, I think that's the reason it's super popular. But then it's popular also because there's like debate on whether or not that's the idea or whether or not it's like the looming metaphor of like the storm being like industry and maybe the darker impact of Western colonists, blah 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 blah. I don't know. It's more of like a controversial painting for whatever reason. But I really like a lot of other work by Thomas Cole. I feel like there's a lot of other paintings of his that like deserve as much recognition as the Oxbow. But they just like don't. different magnets you can specialize in, like MST or visual arts. Oh, so then I guess I did go to visual arts magnets. That's what I did, I guess. I don't know. G4 gore. I don't know why that shit's so funny to me. G4 gore. The Portuguese J has a sound I think native English speakers can't pronounce. Oh shit. Oh no. Portuguese, I think, is one of the most beautiful languages I've ever heard. I watched, I think the show on Netflix, 3%, is in Portuguese. I'm like pretty sure. And if that's the language they're speaking in that show, then I think it's like such a beautiful language. Streamer, your title is using the wrong capitalization and it's debating your viewers. Oh no, I'm sorry. Here, let me change it. I'll change it right now. I'll change it right now. I'll change it. Capital D. Okay. I changed it. Why are people fascinated with star signs? My group went on a tangent asking about what all our star signs were. Oh no. Because crystal mommies love star signs, obviously. Is there any crystal mommies in your group? Astrology. It is a good like icebreaker, I guess. And most people know about it. So I guess I can see it just being like something to get people to kind of get to know each other, just as like a talking point. But if you don't know anything about it, or if you just like really don't care, then it becomes a bit tiresome for sure. Like how I don't mind star sign stuff and like astrology. I think it's interesting. I'm not sure if I think it's just like fun. I'm not sure if I like fully believe in everything. I think there's like a lot of bullshit on the internet about star signs in general, but people can get like master's degrees in astrology. So I don't think it's like 100% bullshit, but I think it's probably a lot harder to find the stuff that's more accurate than just Googling, what's my astrology chart today? So I have mixed feelings about it, but I definitely think it's a good icebreaker. La 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 la. It's like how people like talking about personality tests. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as that. People are fucking nuts. Welcome back, Cloud. Is your computer healthy again? Some of it's for fun. Some people really believe in astrology and it's like their religion. Yeah, I think it's a little intense. Some people get really intense about it. I think it's dope. Like, I think if you're gonna believe in something, I think it's like, It's a perfectly reasonable thing to believe in when you consider the scope of religious beliefs across the globe. Like, I don't think it's that weird to like choose something like the stars to believe in. But I think, you know, there's a lot of like super cringe people that are into astrology. But you could say that for like literally every religion or every belief system or every whatever the fuck you want to call it, theoretical construct. I don't know. I love how the smile shows up right in front of my face. Why are so many Portuguese people redheads? Just genetics, right? Wait, where's the fucking... Why didn't the set title work? Bot? Didn't know a lot of Portuguese are redheads. I've seen so many redhead Portuguese and Brazilian people, it's wild. My office mate actually believes in astrology and plans her life and days based on what the reading says. See, that's a little intense for me. Like, I've always been of the belief, like, thankfully my parents raised me with religious freedom. Like, they were both raised Christian, I think. My mom especially. But they both, throughout the course of their lives, decided to like break away from regular Christian ideology. And they're just kind of like, my mom like believes in something, but you know, we're kind of the same. Like, we think that there's more than just, like mass, like matter. We think that there's like, you know, something going on, but we're just like not really sure what it is. And you know, if anything, we just believe in the power and like, I don't know what the word is. I don't know, it's like energy, and the fact that it can't be created or destroyed or whatever the fuck. Like death is not the end, but not in the way that most people think about it. I don't know. Like, I would like to believe that reincarnation is real. And I honestly, like, if I'm gonna ascribe to any belief system, probably Buddhism is like the closest thing. I'm not like a certified Buddhist. I did study Buddhism in college. That was fucking cool. But I just love suffering, you know? So I could never be like a full-on Buddhist. 'Cause I cannot like, I just love suffering too much, you know? I like getting mad and I like being attached to things. I like my earthly attachments, and I don't want to let go of them for the purpose of gaining enlightenment, you know what I mean? So, I could never be like a full Buddhist. But I think that we have souls, and I think that, well, I personally believe in, what's it called? I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, my beliefs don't really have, like, names and stuff. It's just, like, concepts that I've collected over time. Like, collective consciousness. I believe that every person's soul is, like, all of our souls are part of, like, the same big soul. And we're all just, like, pieces of the same, like, big soul. You know? It sounds so dumb. But I believe that's why, like, people feel so connected with each other and, like, not really with, you know, like a rock. Like, you can't feel like that deep connection with like a rock. But I feel like, you know, I think animals and humans are all part of like the same soul essence, or like source, so to speak. And I think that, you know, like when we die, that piece of the source returns and then is brought back in a new body to live a new life. All that stuff. Yeah, like the egg video. Remember when we watched the egg video? That's pretty much what I believe. Similar. Very, very close. Yeah, the vortex, dude. Dude, we were watching that video yesterday on Hassan's stream of like Big Sean's house, and he fucking showed his book collection, and he's like, there's this book I read like right when I decided to drop out of school and focus on music, called Ask and It Is Given. And I'm like, oh my god, dude. That's literally the, like, that's it, man. Big Sean is like, yep. Big Sean gets it, dude. He's like, this book changed my life. And I'm like, literally same. I was like, oh my god. But it's like crazy because there are so many successful people that, this is a video? Oh, the egg video. Yeah, it's such a good video. There are so many successful people that ascribe to the same belief system and like the law of attraction and everything like that. That's it, man. That's what I believe. There are also like iterations of these concepts throughout every religion and every belief system across the world, which I think is sick. Whoa, I cry myself to see you changed your name color. Holy shit. Are you agnostic? Me? No. Bootast. What is bootast? I actually sold my soul to the devil when I was like 10. You can always do that too. It's a good way to go. That's one way to live life. 7TV emos still don't work on Chatterino? Oh, you have to get Chatterino Nightly. It's essentially a different Chatterino. So like, see how at the top it says Chatterino Nightly? It's a different version of Chatterino. So you just have to download the different version. And then they work in Chatterino. Yeah, Crystal Daddy Big Sean. Fuck yeah. I'm not like, listen, I'm all for the law of attraction, but the whole crystals and copper and like energies of stones, I think it comes off as like a fuckload of bullshit. But it's like, there is energy in rocks and metal, right? So I don't know a damn thing about this whole crystal rock stuff, but I am not 100% like closed-minded about it. Like if I were to do some research and find like actual scientific evidence that that shit is like even remotely true in some aspects, sure, dude, I'll put some crystals in my house. But as of right now, I don't know enough about it to like believe it, but it's purely because I like don't know. How else would they be able to explain their success without coming across as complete assholes? I am not sure about that statement, but you know, to each their own. I think a lot of people are successful for many reasons, and I think a lot of people sound like assholes regardless of whether or not they are, because being successful causes people to be jealous of you. So it doesn't really matter how the person explains their success. It matters more like what the person who is hearing the explanation, like what their worldview is. Because if they're jealous and upset with their own life, then that person that's successful is gonna sound like an asshole to them, like regardless. If you told me Big Sean would have a giant crystal in his house, I wouldn't have had that on my bingo card. Pray to rock. Too much effort to download nightly? It takes literally 10 seconds, but okay. Religion corrupts people's minds. Organized religion. Organized religion is definitely corrupt as fuck. Religion in general is not necessarily corrupt. As long as it's harmless, not a substitute for medical treatment, I have no issue with it. Yeah, I agree with that. I think, you know, there's a lot of people who like fucking, dude, and like it kind of pissed me off when Big Sean's like showing his books and shit, and he's like talking about his crystals and whatever, and Hassan's immediately like, oh dude, there's no way Big Sean got a vaccination, dude, blah 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 blah. I'm like, what in the fuck? Like, just because he has some fucking crystals in his house and like believes in the law of attraction doesn't mean he's an anti-vaxxer. I don't know, man. That shit pissed me off. I was like, that's such bullshit. That's like such a dumbass take, dude. Why would you judge people instantly for like the shit that they have in their house and like the beliefs they ascribe to? Especially if you don't know anything about it. Like, especially if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know. It kind of irritated me. Humans suck. True. 10 seconds, Pepe W. Come on, Silk. You're better than that. I believe in you. I believe that you have the mental fortitude to take 10 seconds out of your life to download Chatterino Nightly. I believe in you. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, that's just one of those moments when like his fucking himbo energy really surfaces and I'm just like, ew, like stop. Stop judging people for shit that you don't know about. Fucking dick. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. Whatever. You know, I'm sure that if he learned more about all of that stuff, he would change his mind because he's open-minded. But he hasn't taken the time out of his life to do that. So as of right now, you know, whatever. Just one of those things that I do not agree with him on, and that's fine. Crystal mommies are a big part of his audience and they're all vaxxed up. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I think that a lot of people in those circles, I guess you would say, are like not anti-vax at all. It's just like ridiculous. I think that, you know, if you think of people like Kat Von D, like, she's like the main anti-vaxxer that I think of when I think of like anti-vax. And like, I don't know, man. They can be any type of person. Like, I don't think that aesthetics or beliefs, well, I think beliefs come into it at some point, but I don't think those beliefs, like holistic medicine and fucking shit like that, are necessarily a signifier of like an anti-vaxxer. Like, my mom is literally a holistic pediatrician and she like advocates for vaccinations like more than like pretty much anybody I've ever met. So like, fuck off, dude. I don't know. But it's also just like, as a doctor who has to talk to all sorts of different people and respect where they're coming from with their life, their experience, blah, blah, blah. She also has to be open-minded to people who don't want to get vaccinated. And she has to like do what she can to help them because that's her job, regardless of like what they want to do. So even though she believes that everybody's better off vaccinated, and she still has to like deal with people who don't want to get vaccinated. So it's like, you know, it's just like not black and white. It just like is not. And you can't like instantly call somebody out judging them for like the shit that they have in their house. Like, fuck off. That's so dumb. Now, that other girl, I don't know who the fuck that other girl was who had like that house in LA, that like $12 million house in LA. And she's like, oh yeah, I have like some crystals over here. You know, it's just like something that a lot of people in LA like give to each other as gifts. I got this one as a gift, and this one, and this like really big one over here. Yeah, he's like a really cool looking crystal, that guy. And like, you know, like whatever. I just think that they're cool. Like that is a little more like, okay, bitch, like what are you talking about? Okay, you can stop now. Okay, it's too good, right? I'm too good at the Valley Girl. I'm too good at it. I must have been a Valley Girl in a past life. I feel like there's no explanation for why I'm so good at doing the Valley Girl voice. It makes no sense. I didn't even have any friends growing up that were like, that had that kind of fucking accent. Pretty crystal enjoyer. I don't know if it worked. How do you not know? What? You see it in regular chat but on Chatterino? Listen, it says you're running Chatterino Nightly. It says Chatterino Nightly at the top. Here? At the top? Does it say that? Yeah, literally nothing wrong with liking crystals because they're pretty. There is definitely something wrong with like, I don't know. Never mind. I'll stop there. Forget it. It says Nightly, but 7 TV emotes not working. 2.3.4? I don't think that's the right version. Insert all white girls joke here. Yeah, it should say 7.3.4. That's like the regular Chatterino patch. 2.3.4, I think. I think that's like the normal Chatterino patch. I don't know. I think crystals are cool. I always liked crystals growing up. I always had like amethysts and turquoise and stuff like that. I bought from, you know, touristy shops whenever we went back and visited Colorado and stuff. Whenever we went on road trips. I guess I didn't really keep any of that stuff, because I don't know where it is today, but it's definitely cool. And I honestly, like, I am interested in learning more about why so many people believe in the energy and shit like that. Maybe we can watch some videos on it today. Maybe we can educate ourselves on the crystal rock energy and like copper rings. That was another thing Big Sean had. He was like, I got these copper rings. I don't know what the deal is with copper either. So rocks, crystals, and metals is like all part of this whole thing, I guess. And feng shui is, I mean, I think feng shui is pretty sick too. I've read a couple books on feng shui. It's literally just all about energy, so. And I definitely think that energy moves, and I think that humans can have an effect on that too. I'm interested. Now I'm like super curious. Yeah, maybe we'll find some crystal explanation videos and see what we think about that. Next thing you know, I'll be starting a witch talk. I'll make my own witch talk. I'll get famous for being a crystal mommy, dude. You lose me at crystals and stars? I mean, that's fine. You don't need to be interested. Everybody has their own interests and opinions. See, Silk, wasn't it worth it? Maybe that was a little bit more than 10 seconds, but it wasn't that long. And now you're all set and you don't have to do anything else. And you can just be happy with your fucking over 200 emotes. Now you can just like enjoy your a bazillion emotes. Poggers. Yeah, exactly. People can like crystals and stars and people can also not like them. It's fine. I'm not gonna like dislike you as a person if you don't, you know, if you don't have the same beliefs as me or interests at all. I think that's the most beautiful thing about the human experience is that every single person is so different. It would be super boring if we were all interested in the same stuff. Like if we all agreed with everything, then we wouldn't even be having a conversation. And that would be even more boring. Isn't there anything that's universally cool? Dinosaurs, maybe? Good question. I guess dinosaurs are cool. I feel like they're scary more than anything, though. I think modern dinosaurs are cool. Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross. Yeah, I feel like pretty much everybody agrees that Bob Ross is cool. That's probably true. I don't think there's a single person I've ever met that's been like, Bob Ross? Ew. I can't even like imagine anybody saying that. If you don't believe in everything I do, then you're wrong. Sorry, bro, that's facts. Bob Ross teaches like a mother in the best way. Yeah, in the best way. Bob Ross is my mom. My art mom. He's teaching all the art babies. All the art kids. Kids in art. They might be adults, but they're babies with art. So he has to teach like a mom. Four-legged ancient whale shark dinosaur? Oh dude, literally Unger. I just like don't really listen to music. That's a perfect example. I just like don't really like music, dude. I just don't like music. It's another thing that I just like cannot comprehend. Dinosaurs aren't real. There's some fact like George Washington died without knowing about dinosaurs. I would believe that. I could believe that. Especially how the way organic matter decomposes, how so tainted our perception of how they looked in the popular consciousness, even though those fuckers had feathers. Dude, there's videos that people have made of like what dinosaurs really looked like. I think I've seen those. And they like actually had feathers, like all of them. Or like a lot of them. Like, we think they had scales or some shit. I want to see this ancient whale shark. Link? Feathers are speculation as well. Yeah, I guess we like really don't know. Giant shark or whale with legs. I want to see. Slop, when you introduced me to him, I never stopped watching him. Oh, that's so cute. Even your dad watches Bob Ross now? Oh my god, I am spreading the love of Bob Ross across the globe, dude. I love this. I'm so proud. A sea creature crawled out of the ocean a few million years ago and now I have to work, Sag. I could have just been a sea creature too. Fuck. I thought only certain dinosaurs in the later periods that existed, they had feathers. Like the T-Rex probably didn't. I'm about to go back in time and murder those fish so I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Then you probably wouldn't exist either, though. None of us would exist. We would all just be like fish in the ocean. Oh fuck. Dinosaur tail was found preserved in amber and it was covered in feathers. Ooh. How would feathers work for land animals? Doesn't seem ideal. Huh. That's a good question. We can blame Jurassic Park. True. Try to find a link. Pog. Oh, what the fuck? Oh man, they don't have anything for like scale. Give me like a small fish so I can see how big it is. 43 million year old fossil in the Sahara Desert. Four-legged whale. Dude, I cannot even comprehend 43 million years. Like, can you guys comprehend 43 million years? Because I can't. Maybe the feathers were sexy. Whoa. Over the span of about 10 million years, whales turned into carnivorous creatures. The discovery of the four-legged creature is part of that evolution. Dude, this was discovered 2021? Like, why are we going to space? Oh, literally August 27th, 2021. Like, what? Let's, like, can we please stay on Earth? Like, what are you doing? There's so much cool shit that we need to find. A fucking four-legged whale that's 43 million years old. Dude, and we're like, let's go to space where the light from this star is reaching us like 23 years later. That seems like a good idea. 43 million years sounds like how long the pandemic has been. Cockroaches are also living fossils. I saw one yesterday. It was a small one. It makes my skin crawl thinking about it. This is the tail? Ooh, I want to see the tail too. Ew, it looks so nasty. Dude, yeah, it almost looks like fur a little bit, but it's feathers for sure. Wild. Do they know what kind of creature it belonged to? 99 million years old. Dude, they took this 99 million year old fossil and they were like, oh yeah, dude, let's polish it for jewelry. Had already been polished for jewelry. The seller thought it was plant material. Turned out to be the tail of a feathered dinosaur about the size of a sparrow. Cute! That's wild to me. 99 million years old. I can't even comprehend like 1 million, dude. Wow. I was watching Bob while having dinner and my father just sat down, said nothing, and I was like, you wanna watch anything? And your dad said, no. He is fun. That is so cute. Feathers don't fossilize in the same way. Only small things in amber would preserve a feather. It's so cool. That's so wild. Like the chances of this happening and us discovering it. Plumage could be a sexually selected feature. Here is a living fossil. Coelacanth. That's a weird looking fish, for sure. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. There's no NASA for the ocean? Honestly though, that's a really good way to put it. Why don't we have a fucking NASA for the ocean? A woolly rhino. There's so many cool things. The oldest bacterial fossil ever recorded, 3.5 billion. Bruh. The evidence for feathers seems to be a specific group, but it's very hard to determine because feathers just disappear, yeah. Other than like being preserved in amber, we pretty much have no idea. They're finding cool stuff in Russia. The permafrost now that is thawing out. Dude, wait, so is this permafrost shit happening because of fucking climate change? Cause if it's frost that isn't perma anymore, does that mean climate change? Both really cool and also kind of scary. T-Rex was discovered in Montana. Whoa. NOAA is ocean Nasher. They're just the weather people. Oh, so it is happening because of climate change? Permafrost thawing out, raining on top of Greenland. Oh shit, it's raining, not snowing? Ground temperatures finally reach temps where permafrost is melting. Unpermafrost. Oh fuck, that is scary. Fuck. That's definitely like a reality check. Holy shit. For the first time in recorded history, the really cool Atlas Pro video called the Biogeography of Dinosaurs. What if you want to learn about what existed before Twitch? So, can we go back and kill that fish? So, anybody got a time machine? Jetpacks and flying cars, yeah. Today we're like, alright, well, we're still finding fossils. Cars look about the same that they did 100 years ago. Like, things haven't changed that much. Wait, how long have cars been around? Wait, have cars been around for 100 years? I'm confused. They have? A bit longer than 100? Okay. I'm really bad with dates, okay? I can't remember dates. 1908 was the Model T? Oh, 1908. In 1886, Carl Benz applied for a patent for his vehicle powered by a gas engine. The birth certificate of the automobile. First manufactured vehicle was the Model T. Imagine showing Carl Benz a modern day SUV. Yeah, the fucking, the modern is, so Benz, is that like Mercedes-Benz? Is that, he's like, his name is like still going? Same name? Same guy? I don't know anything about cars. Dinosaur reacts? We're gonna react later. I haven't made very much progress, but I still need to fill in this, area. Once I finish my art, then we'll do reacts. Benz is connected to Mercedes? Oh my god! Same thing! Same guy! That's crazy. Carl Benz. Oh. Combination of two names. There's an article this year that showed your modern SUV is about the size of a 1940s World War II tank in some capacities. Holy shit. Proto cars? What's a proto car? The G-Wagon. Dude, show him the fucking, the baby car. That'll blow his mind. Zen's still dying to wolves. I left almost 2 hours ago and Zen was dying to wolves, and Zen is still dying to wolves. We went from dinosaurs to climate change to automobiles. Hey man, conversation flow is it flows. Soccer moms rode in tanks. Yeah, we did start this out with astrology, and then we were talking about beliefs about energy, and we were talking about crystal mommies and vaccination, and then we were talking about cool stuff, and then Unger brought up dinosaurs, and then we were talking about dinosaurs, and then we were talking about four-legged whales. And then we're talking about cars. How do we get to cars? I gotta pee. I'm back. Cool stuff. Cool face. Proto cars? I meant like early non-horse-powered wagons. Oh. Oh, dude, like those steampunk cars, where they were like little convertible like wagon things. Those are cool. I like those. Yeah, I agree. Those are pretty cool. Yeah, I like steampunk stuff to a certain extent. I think it's a little bit, it's kind of like, I think general steampunk aesthetic is like overdone, but I like subtle, I like, you know, the very low end of the steampunk spectrum. I like the subtle stuff. Hi, Cougar. What's up? I am going to eat an orange. I think it's a mandarin. I'm not really hungry yet, but I feel like I should eat something. I haven't been eating breakfast for the past few days. I've just been too lazy. Like, I have breakfast stuff, I just don't want to cook it. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the gift sub, Beat the Disco. Thank you, thank you. Motorcycle sidecar, yeah. Stuff like that. I do like motorcycle sidecars. Like, that's fucking sick. I have to go to work, but if you're not online later, have a good rest of your stream. Thank you so much. Good luck at work. This is a good one. Sometimes they don't taste very good, but this one is good. Alright. Let's get this shit done so we can do fun stuff. This is fun, in a way. Okay, so for reacts, we've got the rest of Paul's videos plus other ones that people posted. And then we can mix in some crystal stuff and some rock and metal energy stuff, because I just want to like learn more about it. And then after we finish reacting, probably will take at least two hours to react to all that stuff. Where's Paul? Paul was here, but Paul's taking a nap. Paul's on a 12-hour road trip and he's taking a nap right now. I told him we'll do reacts around 3. And then we'll play fucking Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I have no idea what to expect with that game, so. I don't know anything about lawyering either. Gotta do groceries. Is there like a grocery store close to where you live now, Potato? I hope it's not too far. It's really nice to have a grocery store close to where you live if you're in school. Because it sucks to have to buy like a ton of groceries if it's like harder to get to. And then having to like try to eat all of it before it goes bad. I hate that. I like going to the grocery store like more than once a week so I can buy stuff fresh. And I just get like what I need for that meal or whatever it is that I'm making that day. And then I don't have to worry about anything going bad. Oh shit, the camera died. Hold on. Hey Moonlit, hi, how are you? About 15 minutes walking? Oh, that's not bad at all. Heck yeah. Can you get me some milk and Oreos? Ooh, I haven't had milk and Oreos in so long. Only temporarily scuffed. Temporarily scuffed. Reported your camera died. Fucking reported. Washed up streamer. What kind of groceries are you gonna get, Potato? Oh no! The Midna copy pasta. I'm trying to think about what I want to cook next time I cook. We've had recently roasted veggies, stir fry. What else did we make? We ate a shit ton of beans and rice for a week. I think I want to do some soup. It's been a long time since we made soup. I have a butternut squash in the fridge, but I don't know if it's good anymore. I've had it for a few weeks. Probably not good anymore. But I do want to make some butternut squash soup. So good. Bread, oat milk, and chopsticks. What music software are you using? Asking for a friend? I'm using this crazy software called YouTube. Fucking crazy, I know. It's wild. This is the link. Hold on. It doesn't seem to be DMCA, so. I don't think my VODs have been muted from using like these jazz streams. Wanna make some miso soup? Dude, I need to see if I can find some miso paste at like Japanese or Chinese or Vietnamese. I think there's all three of those types of markets near here. There's also a Mediterranean market somewhere too. But I can't find miso paste like at regular grocery stores. So I gotta go to some different markets and see if I can find it. I wanna make miso soup too though. Chopsticks for chips. Zen does the same thing. I've been looking for that sake you mentioned. I can't find it at the grocery store. Really? They might, I don't know. They might not have it at the one. If it's like a smaller grocery store, they might not have it. It's kind of like hard to find, I think. If there's a Total Wine near you though, they definitely have it at Total Wine. I have the empty bottles right here. This is the one that's cheap, which you should be able to find this one at Publix or whatever basic ass grocery store. This is Gekkai Kan. Gekkai Kan. It's pretty much everywhere all the time. And it's good. It's the best when it's hot. It's okay room temperature too. But this is like a huge step up from that one. This is the one that I mentioned. This one is just fucking incredibly delicious. and like pretty affordable. Haiku. Bevmo? I don't think I've heard of Bevmo. They have other sake? Which other sakes? Taiku sponsorship? Yeah, this is pretty much all I drink now. Either one of these sake brands. How are you supposed to warm up sake? So, good morning, Devin. So you can get a little $10 sake decanter made of ceramic off Amazon, or maybe you can find it in a specialty store, but I looked everywhere around me to see if they had like sake decanters I could buy from the store, so I didn't have to order it online, but I couldn't find it, so you might have to order one online. A little ceramic sake decanter, and then you fill the sake decanter 90% full with sake, cover it with plastic wrap so that it's completely sealed, and then submerge it in a pot, not submerge, but like fill a pot with simmering water, and then it doesn't have to be like, the water level doesn't have to reach like the top of the sake decanter, but it can be like halfway up and it'll still heat the whole thing. So you put the sake decanter filled with 90% full sake with the plastic wrap over it in the simmering water, and you wait for like 7 to 8 minutes, and the sake level of the liquid will actually like rise a bit because of like expanding because of heat or whatever other sciencey bullshit. And then once it expands and it's like almost too hot to touch the ceramic, then it's pretty much ready. It's like kind of something about like the alcohol actually evaporates when it's heated up, so that's why you put the plastic wrap on there so that it doesn't evaporate out. Hi, Jeff. Did your parents leave? You wanted to come in though? You can leave the door open if you want. Jeff, come here. What are you doing? You just gonna stand at the door? Come here. Jeff! You're just standing there wagging your tail. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Jeff. I see how it is. You won't even look at me. What the hell, Jeff? What the hell, Jeff? Jeff! 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 Okay. Fine, Jeff. Fine, be like that. He doesn't want to talk to me. Saj. So yeah, you just heat your sake in some hot water, basically. Pretty pog. It's actually very easy. Yeah, but if you have a total wine, okay, also potato, don't buy plum sake. Plum sake fucking sucks. It's disgusting. It smells and tastes like Pepto-Bismol. It's so gross, dude. It smells and tastes like fucking cough medicine. Cause like the cheaper plum sakes are just like pretty much artificial flavoring. So like don't buy the plum sake that you can find. There's a brand called what is it? Bye, Jeff. Jeff literally wanted to come in here to just leave. Every day it's like this with you. I love Pepto. I mean, I guess if you love the flavor of like artificial fruit in cough medicine, then you probably would like plum sake, but I just find it really gross. I don't know, man. I don't want my fucking alcohol to taste like cough syrup, you know what I mean? Like, cough syrup has its own purpose. Warm sake once at a Korean barbecue place. It was so fucking good, but they took like 15 minutes to get the bottle ready. Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. Well, they're probably, if it was like a nicer place, they were probably heating it up like the proper way. Like, you know, we go to like this endless sushi place and I'm like pretty sure they just like stick it in the microwave. Which is fine, you know? That's fine. I'm not paying very much money for it and I just like want some hot sake. But if it's a nicer place, they probably did what I said, where they like put it in the water and it takes a while to get it ready. So it's if you're ever in that situation again, you can get hey Monet, what's up? You can get like a little cocktail that's easy to prepare to hold you over until your hot sake is ready. That's the strategy I would use. It's raining? Okay, yeah, don't bike in the rain. That's dangerous. Especially because I know you said you almost got like hit by somebody one time, so you're not riding in an area that's like free of idiots in cars. Wait, Dick Cantor. What? What's your astrology sign and how big is your PP? An invasive question. Yeah, they gotta cradle it so it's comfy. Yeah, they gotta wrap like the napkin around it so you don't burn your hand too. I was paying attention to Jeff. That's a lie. I was paying attention to him. He wasn't paying attention to me. I love Pepto-Bismol. Sometimes I crave it, so I just buy it for the taste. That's fucking weird. That is pretty weird, dude. You should try real fruit sometimes. Maybe you'd crave the taste of real fruit instead. I'll take a chia kombucha over some Pepto 90% of the time. Okay, thank God. Redeemed. Redeemed. Saved. Thank God. Thank dog, I should say. Our bottle was in a basin and they were telling us we needed to wait for it to get ready. Oh! Yeah, they were probably being a little, cautious, but yeah, dude, that's so cool. They served it to you in the hot water. Oh, dude, I want that kind of service. I know, we should just be in just chatting at this point. I have drawn like 3 lines. Fuck, dude. I'm never gonna get this done. Imagine like trying to be productive. It's never gonna happen. You like tummy medicine, but I'm not a fucking monster. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You have been redeemed. Actually, I think I've met like several people in my life that enjoy the taste of cough medicine. I am just not one of those people. I think that shit is nasty. I just also like really don't like artificial flavors in general, so. Like I like real fruit and real vegetables. Cough medicine? Nah. Pepto tastes good to you? I feel like, dude, what if Pepto-Bismol and like other like flavored medicines, what if that's like, you know, like cilantro? How some people think it tastes like soap? What if it's the same thing with like Pepto-Bismol and other like nasty medicines? Nasty to me, but delicious to others. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the same concept, where some people think it tastes really good and other people think it tastes fucking disgusting. Reminds you of some candy? True. Actually, I haven't had Pepto-Bismol specifically probably since I was like 6 years old or something. So I honestly like don't really remember what it tastes like. All I know is it's pink. That's pretty much all I know. It pink. Not having an upset stomach and diarrhea since age sick. Age sick, dude. I'm 6 years old. Chalk. The texture of Pepto? It has a texture? It's like liquid chalk? Ew. Maybe it's better in Canada. It makes my tummy happy, so I love it. I get whack stomach stuff, so I use it occasionally. Yeah, I mean, I kind of do too. I just like suffer. I just like choose to suffer sometimes. Our parents probably all treated anything that was wrong with us with Pepto-Bismol and NyQuil. Ginger juice? Yeah, ginger is the best. Ginger will solve all of your problems, honestly. I wish I had like a mini juicer so I could take ginger shots every day. Just buy like a shitload of ginger and just like fucking juice it. But I don't want like a massive juicer that takes up the whole counter and takes an hour to clean up afterwards. You know how they have like hand blenders? I want like a hand juicer for ginger. A hand food processor. I love ginger, but it's also kind of annoying to peel it. I just do it with like a paring knife. Hot ginger shots? Ooh, I've never had a hot ginger shot. That sounds good. Last time I visited my country, I drank some bad water and used Pepto-Bismol. I projectile vomited it for 5 minutes. Oh no! That does sound scarring, yeah. That does sound quite traumatizing. Fucking projectile pink vomit. Ew. Licorice? I don't like licorice. Nope. I'm one of those people that can't do it. I do not like the taste of licorice. The few times I used Pepto, it helped. It was nice. Maybe I should try it. I haven't had an upset tummy in a while though. Except for that one day recently. But I think that was because of something in the food. Maybe Pepto-Bismol would have made it better. Huh. I should probably just like have some. Just to try it. Montezuma's Revenge? No, I don't think so. I feel like I've heard of Montezuma. I don't know. Oh, licorice root, not the candy. Black over red licorice. I don't think I've ever had licorice root either. The closest thing I've probably had to like literal licorice, I tried licorice when I was a kid, like the candy, and I fucking hated it. And then I know like star anise, I think is in the same like flavor profile. So I've probably had that a few times, but I'm not sure really if it left an impact because I can't remember. And then absinthe is the other thing I've tried that has like the same flavor profile, which I did not like. I did not like it. I even did the thing where you like pour it over the sugar cube and it did not help. It was gross. He was the last Aztec ruler when fucking Cortez pulled up. Is Montezuma's Revenge like a movie or something? La 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 la. Twizzlers aren't real licorice? Okay, so maybe I haven't had real licorice. Smoking weed also helps with nausea? Yeah, that's true. That's probably the main reason that I haven't had a need for Pepto-Bismol, like ever. Probably the main reason right there. It's just horrific shits. Oh, great. So it's like a historical story. Wait, so if it's like horrific history, why haven't they made a movie about it? Hollywood loves making movies about horrific events in history. Nibs? What's a nib? Nib. Nib. Canadian candy. Is a nib a real licorice? Welcome back. I was just gonna call you unless there's a way that you would like me to pronounce your name, because I'm not sure if I can. But I was just gonna say Oh, they're Twizzlers brand. Nibs. Little nibbles. Cherry flavor. Try chewing on a licorice root. Helps ease your tummy. Can you just like buy that at the store? Does like a regular grocery store have licorice root? I'd be down to try it. I'm always willing to give things another chance. It's got a tingle of spice. Apparently it's caused by E. coli. Wait, what is? What's caused by E. coli? La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. What's Canada's most popular candy? Skittles? Ketchup chips? What? Is that what I think it is? Literally just ketchup chips? That does sound good, honestly. Potatoes and tomatoes definitely go together. There's a reason we dip French fries in ketchup. I don't think we have those here. Or if we do, I've never seen them. Voodoo chips. I think I'll change my nickname because I follow people from all over the world and almost nobody can pronounce it properly. Oh, only if you want to. You could always just tell people something else to call you if you don't want to change your username. You could be like, oh, you can just call me blank, and then I'll remember. So maybe other people wouldn't remember, but I'd remember. Never had voodoo chips? Nope. Nope. It's more like salt and vinegar. It doesn't taste like ketchup. Oh, really? Huh. I got someone visiting a family in Michigan a while ago. Ruffles. All dressed flavored potato chips. A blend of salty, savory, and sweet flavors all at the same time. Salt and vinegar, ketchup, and BBQ all rolled together. Dude, that sounds like my ideal chip. Holy shit. Can I get that here? Oh, I want that. I want that so bad. Oh my god. I also really like Ruffles versus Lay's. I like the fucking ridges in my mouth. I like the texture. It is nice. They are a Canadian thing? Oh, fuck. You live near a place called Dankmart? That's so dank, dude. Kit Kat? I love Kit Kats. I wish they had vegan version though. I wish they had a dairy-free Kit Kat. Who's gonna buy their own candy? Fuck, dude. We live in our apartment complex has like a lot of kids. So I'm like wondering if they trick or treat around here, you know? We bought some candy for the last place we lived, but it was like, I don't think that the parents who lived there like sent their kids to trick or treat in that neighborhood. I think they sent their kids to like their friends' houses so they could, you know, trick or treat in a real suburb and not like, you know, the place where a crackhead was living in the laundry room. But here it's like super nice, it's safe, it's gated. So I wouldn't be surprised if the kids trick or treat around here. So maybe we should get candy. I would put out some candy. Maybe I should get some and bring them to show stream. I want to see. You can do a taste test. You can do a flavor description for us. They even ask for tips for weed. The candy store weed fund. My real name is Pedro. I think it's Peter in English. Well, we can say Pedro. Pedro is not that hard. Yeah, so up to you. Whatever you want me to call you. I'll go with whatever. Peter, Pedro, or I can just call you whatever you want. All dressed isn't in the States? I think it says it is. It says brought over from Canada. So maybe that means it is here. Like we brought it over. Oh, you can get them from here? You can get them on Amazon? Oh, the ketchup chips? Or the all dressed ones, or both? Probably both. I got ketchup chips were the thing Americans don't have. The one thing Americans don't have. Adults can trick or treat too. You know, I really miss trick or treating, but I also really don't miss. I don't think that my body would be very happy with that amount of sugar ingested all at one time. I'm too old for that, you know? Well, maybe not, but I would have to suffer consequences for sure. Never trick-or-treated in an apartment complex? Yeah, I don't know if people do that. I'm not sure if it's a thing or not. Takis? I think we probably have Takis, yeah. I don't know if I've ever had them, actually. I wonder what else you don't have. Your name's the same across all languages? Yeah. Like technically, like, Michael is like Miguel. But it's still like, if your name is Michael, it's Michael. Gotta try voodoo chips? Okay, we gotta do a chip tasting. Alright, we're collecting several different kinds of chips that I need to try. So it's time to like write them down. Maybe we can do that on our birthday stream, huh? Chip taste testing. Chip test. Chips taste test. So we gotta do the Ruffles, all dressed. And then ketchup chips. And voodoo chips. I love potato chips, dude. La 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 la. Mexican Cheetos? Takis are aight. Bolitas? La 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 la. Mexican Cheetos, bolitas. Even more than 4 cookies makes me queasy. Oh no. I want to be one of those people that do Halloween aesthetics year round. It has to be tasteful though. It's good if it's done well, but it's very easy for Halloween aesthetics year round, especially to be like super tacky. So as long as it's tasteful, then you're good. some of that free healthcare to taste test. Dude, that would be nice. My healthcare is practically free though. I don't know what it's gonna be like next year, but I pay $10 a month. Na 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 na. Chipalooza. The Ruffles cheddar and sour cream. Ooh, that one's really good. But it's very much dairy, so I can't eat it anymore. Only for special occasions. Anything spicy and lime? True. If you've never tried pretzels filled with peanut butter, you should. I have, actually. That shit is really good. Pretzels filled with peanut butter. It's like insanely delicious. Can you easily pronounce the word entrepreneur? Yeah. Entrepreneur. That one's not too hard. I don't know if I could do like the proper like fucking French pronunciation or whatever the fuck the origin is, but that's how we say it here in America. Entrepreneur. Bussin'. Crawdad? Isn't that like, is that crawfish? Is that like shrimp? Entrepreneur. Time to get out of bed. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck with your day. Good luck with getting out of bed. Entrepreneur. That word's almost impossible. Won't and girl are really hard as well. English is weird though. You kind of have to like roll stuff around in your mouth. Like whenever I'm talking a lot, like today is one of those days where I have like, you know, some days I don't say a damn thing and some days I can't shut up. So like today, whenever I talk a lot, I really notice how fucking weird English words feel in your mouth. Can you say red leather, yellow leather 3 times in a row? Is this a trick? What am I gonna say if I fuck it up? I never trust this shit. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Okay, I was about to say letter though. I said letter at the end. I slurred it. I can sorta do it. I did it, pog. But yeah, it's like English words feel like... It's like, it feels like you're fucking chewing on tobacco. I don't know how to say it. It feels like you have like... I don't know how to say it without sounding like super vulgar. It feels... Okay, just bear with me and like try to understand. It feels like you have like balls rolling around in your mouth when you're speaking English. This is 100% the only way I can think of explaining it, alright? You know what I mean? You're just like, English. Especially if you're doing the K-Kona accent. You're like, hell yeah, brother. You have like space for balls in your mouth, you know? I swear. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Because if you're speaking like in a British accent, it's not like that. Like you don't have room for balls in your mouth if you're speaking with an English accent. Packed lip. Yeah. I'm sure there's like K-Kona terms for like what I'm trying to describe, but like, okay, yeah. But I feel like if you're speaking with different accents, not American, it's like you don't have any room for balls. But in English, you gotta have like, you gotta like make space for balls in your mouth to speak it with the proper accent. It's just true. It's just the truth. And if you asked like a linguist, they would probably agree with me. I have a friend who's a linguist. Maybe I'll ask them one day. Honestly, or maybe it's just the particular way that I speak English. Because I think I have like I don't know. I like speak weird. I feel like other people have such an easy time like speaking English, but I feel like it's like hard for me. I have to like put in effort to like pronounce my words properly. Cause I can get like real lazy, you know what I mean? I can be like, yeah, I'm gonna draw this line over here, and then I guess I'm gonna go and do that thing over there, and maybe I'll go to the grocery store today, and I don't know, maybe I'll eat some food and cook something, but I don't want to cook anything, and maybe just order a pizza or something like that. Like, if I'm just talking, you know, without actually trying, that's what I sound like. Yeah, I could have said something about marbles, but I just, you know, any type of ball works. It doesn't have to be marbles. You know what I mean. You guys get it. Portuguese is guilty of this too? Really? I think Disco went to work, but I'm sure that they understand that you're grateful. Yeah, it could be any type of balls. Yeah, balls in mouth, definitely 100% official academic terminology right there. Portuguese is Spanish with marbles in your mouth. La, 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 la. Yeah, now you get to use my super cute emotes. They are pretty good. La, la, la. Especially if you like Kill la Kill or Hunter x Hunter. Or Hunter x Hunter, or just Hunter. Whatever the fuck the official way to say the title is. I don't know. I still don't know. Please make more? Honestly, I should. I've been meaning to make more emotes for like an entire year. I just never got around to it. Instead, I'm being paid to make emotes for other people instead. I said instead twice. What maximum amount of space for balls English sounds like? Oh boy. Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Well, down counting out down building down share my stage. Just look at all my scrimp here. Give me the best grannies out of Louisiana down there. Got up in that scrimp. And it ain't worth the slime and new baby it's sold on. Just look at that girl on my scrimp.
That is exactly what I mean. That's it right there. That is the perfect example. Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is my favorite anime ever. Favorite ever. English is the easiest language to learn? No, absolutely not. How the fuck you pronounce though? Thought? Thou? What is thog? I don't think that's a word. But throughout, thorough, and taught. Yeah, English sucks. No, English is literally the worst. English is the dumbest language. I think Spanish is probably the easiest language to learn. But I'm not sure about that. Some people really struggle with it. It's super easy for me, but I also, you know, I grew up in Florida surrounded by fucking Spanish people, so it's probably easier for me, but because I already, you know, knew what the proper accent sounds like and all this shit when I was like a kid learning it in school. Some people really struggle with like pronunciation, especially though. Spanish seems easy. It does. It is. I think so. But I don't want to like discount anyone who thinks it's hard, you know what I mean? It's easy for me. And I definitely think it's easier than English.
Colonel, look at me, I'm English.
Colonel, yeah. I, for the longest time, thought it was colonel. I didn't realize that like the word colonel for like the army or whatever the fuck was colonel. When I was a kid, I thought that was a completely different term. And I thought colonel was like, I thought that was how you spelled colonel. Yeah, those two words, swap, are both pronounced colonel. For whatever fucking reason. Trust me, us English speakers do not understand that shit either. It doesn't make sense to us either. It's just bullshit. Depends what language you already speak, if it's easier or not. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like if you speak English, Spanish is easy to learn. Or if you speak maybe another Romance language, like French or Italian or whatever, it's probably easy to learn. Do you know how the Brits and Canadians pronounce lieutenant? It's fucking stupid. It's not lieutenant. They don't say lieutenant. I thought it was colonel. Oh, well, now you know, Swap. You learned what I learned when I was a young boy. Lieutenant. Oh, yeah. I did know that because I've seen like a ton of British war movies and shit. They do say lieutenant. It's so weird. Why? There's no F. There's not even a PH. It doesn't make any sense. Lieutenant. It's literally not spelled like that. Why do they do that? Okay, so that means that when the Brits came over and colonized the Americas, that the Americans were like, once they decided to be Americans, they're like, you know what? We should pronounce this word the way that it's spelled. Fuck the British. Fuck the Canadians. We're gonna pronounce it like lieutenant. Because that's the way that it looks. Again, learned something new from Braystream. Yeah, it's actually just an educational stream today. We're just learning. We're learning about crystal mommies, astrology, cars, dinosaurs, lieutenants, potato chips. Look at all the stuff we're learning about today. What a great stream already. La, la, la. Say it right, fucking Brits. La, 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 la. Trying to learn Portuguese, but I just want to give up. It's so hard. Oh no, don't give up. You can do it. Hard time pronouncing the words. Is English your first language, Claude? Also, if you don't want to answer, that's okay, but I'm curious as to like why you want to learn Portuguese. I don't think I've met anybody that like wants to learn Portuguese, so I'm curious about it. In 10th grade, my English teacher made us do a pronunciation test, and I said lieutenant the non-American way. And it's the only word you got wrong. Dude, I remember we had to do like spelling tests, and I always spelled gray wrong, like the color gray. I would spell it with an E because I read a lot of books that weren't written by American authors. And I would read the word spelt with an E, and I would get that fucking word wrong on spelling tests, even though it's like still a correct spelling of the color gray. Your family's Brazilian? Oh. It's your first language, English? Okay. Your SO is Brazilian? Oh, nice. Capitan Lieutenant. Into Kalin? What the fuck are these words? You know what? German might be the weirdest fucking language. I feel like German and Russian are both like fucking weird as hell, dude. I don't know, man. Those languages get a little crazy. Like the Russian, whatever the fuck alphabet that is, man. What the hell is that? What is that? Get that out of here, man. I like cooking my family and pets. I like cooking my family and my pets. Use a comma, guys. I use both gray and gray. Yeah, I feel like I definitely like forget to be consistent about certain things like that. Cyrillic? Is that what the alphabet's called that they use in Russia? Cyrillic alphabet? Getting coffee? I kind of want to get some more coffee. I'll wait though. Oh, it is? Oh, okay. So the Cyrillic alphabet. Shit's weird. Color and color, color. Color and color. Yeah, American and British English. There's just a bunch of words that just like don't. Like, why can't we just decide on a proper fucking spelling? Why can't we just decide? Why can't we all agree on something for once? I wonder if there's ever gonna be like a universal language. That would be crazy. Like common in D&D. Literally just common language. I wonder if that'll ever be a thing. There was a naked frog running. Oh. Oh, you sweet baby. Welcome to twitch.television. Oh, the exposure is dying again. Hold on. Depends on my energy to spell something. Yeah, you can see the emotes here, but you can't see them in your chat because you haven't downloaded the proper extensions. We honestly should probably show people FFZ instead, Potato, because that's the one that can enable 7TV2. I think we should probably transition from BTTV to FFZ. But, you know, that's not like super urgent. Just a thought. I still haven't made the transition myself, so I can't say shit. I'm still using BTTV and I can't see fucking 7TV emotes in my Twitch chat. I have to use Chatterino. I don't know. It'll take me 30 seconds. I just need to like sit down and do it. Plus, BTTV is kind of scuffed anyway, so like the extension itself. But basically, Pedro, it's an extension for your browser that allows you to see and use different emotes than what is enabled already for like subscriber emotes or basic Twitch emotes that you can use across all channels. So it's an extension that you can add that allows you to see and use all sorts of new emotes. And you probably, if you've been in other Twitch channels that are like bigger, you've probably seen the emote codes in the chat, but you can't see the emotes. So, I mean, you can see that in this channel right now, but if you want to expand your Twitch experience, we are happy to help. Yeah, exactly. It's a whole new world. It's, speaking of languages, an entire new language that you can learn to speak. It's amazing. There's a joke I love where aliens come, say something incomprehensible, and the guy's like, what? And the alien goes, I guess I'll have to use the universal language, English. I hope English doesn't become the fucking universal language. English sucks. I wonder what would be a good one. Like, I remember watching that TV show in Portuguese, and I was like, Portuguese sounds like every language. Portuguese sounds like literally every language mashed together. I was like, if there's a universal language, that shit is like fucking Portuguese. Oh great, I'll try this. Yeah, let me get the link for you. Hold on. So you can go to the right website. Oh, you got it, Potato? Yeah, so click that link, Pedro. And then just kind of like explore it a little bit. And then so there's 3 different types of emotes from 3 different extensions, but this website combines all 3 into just one extension. So you only need to download that extension to use all the emotes from all 3 different extensions. There needs to be a quiz on Twitch emotes because I only know KEKW. Yeah, you're pretty much good to go with KEKW. You don't really need too much else. That's a good one. That's probably the first one I started with, to be honest. And it's still the one I use the most to this day. It just is the best. Without a doubt. You had this impression because Brazil is a country with many Japanese, French, Italian, German immigrants and so on. See? Yeah, exactly. So it sounds like it's fucking every language because it like pretty much is. I think it's great. You think KEKW is better than LEKW? Okay, Swap, I used to be like you, but I hope one day you'll see the light. You'll see the light in LEKW. It's literally a physical light that you can see with the shiny teeth and tongue, dude. And it even looks like brighter in the face. Literally a physical light that you can see. It actually is just objectively better. There's something like nostalgic and charming about KEKW. Yeah, no, I was anti-LEKW for like a few months. But then I spent like one day in Turtle Dove stream and I switched. That's all it took. Plus, I kind of had to fit in, you know? I didn't want to be the only anti-LEKW. I didn't want to be like a fucking outcast. Pog! Thank you so much for 9 months, Monet. Frick's converted Pains champ. LEKW is Pains champ. You're just wrong. You're just objectively wrong. That's okay though. That's why we keep KEKW for those of you who are just choosing to be objectively wrong. I'm not judging you, you're just wrong. That's okay. Now I can use frogs too. Yay, there you go. So, and I'm not sure how the FFZ extension works because I've been using BTTV, but if you look in the settings for the extension, you should be able to see like all of the emotes that we have enabled on this channel because like every individual streamer can choose which emotes they want to enable out of the, you know, tens of thousands that are available. because you only get a certain amount per channel unless you like contribute money to have more. So we have contributed some money, so we have a lot of options available. There should be a way for you to see a menu of like the emotes you can choose from. And then every time you go into a new channel, you can check their menu and see what emotes they have available. And there's also a few like keyboard shortcuts that can help you out, so you don't have to type the entire emote code out every time with the proper capitalization and everything. Or, you know, just click it from the menu. Sometimes you just want to type it fast. So what you can do is type the beginning of the emote that you want to type. And you can actually press tab to auto-complete it. The problem with this... What?
This is an urgent alert of the VRIX response system. Please type Borpabilikindabusas in chat to participate in the survey. Failure to comply will result in immediate ostracization. Thank you.
Borpabilikindabusers. Dude, 15 months? Shut up. It is the best emote, dude. Borpa's eating ass. It's the best emote. What do you mean? So you can press tab to autocomplete your emotes, but the problem with this is that in native Twitch chat, it prioritizes usernames. So if you're trying to autocomplete an emote and somebody's username is more close to what you're typing, then it'll fucking autocomplete somebody's username instead of the emote, and then you'll just accidentally ping somebody. But I think there's a setting in the extension that allows you to prioritize emotes instead, to prioritize emote codes. So you just kind of have to play around with the settings. So, but one, you can press tab to autocomplete emotes, as long as you have that setting on that prioritizes emotes for auto-completion. 2, you can type a semicolon, and then you'll start typing the emote after you type the semicolon, and then it'll pull up a little menu for you to choose from of the emotes that fit the beginning of the code that you've typed. So it's just like a learning curve, but it's worth it. Yeah, well, this was always a degen chat. This has always been a degenerate chat. We just didn't have so many ways to express ourselves before this day. Well, before a few weeks ago. We have evolved. Now we just have more ways to express ourselves. Can I have an ice cube, please?
Starbies.
The way you speak is so crystal clear. Thank you. You're welcome. I was trying to be as crystal clear as possible. I'm glad it worked. No problem. Just let anybody in this chat know if you ever have any questions. We are all very helpful here, so. Job time. Good luck, Monet. Thank you so much for the resub again. What's a Starbies? Why Why do we say the alarm went off when it actually went on? That's a good question. Why do we say that? Yeah, that kind of has me fucked up a little bit. I'm not sure why we say that. Another reason why English is a little stupid. Not a little stupid, a lot stupid. Very extremely stupid. What time is it? 1:56? Oh shit. We probably will finish this in time, actually. Now that I've actually started doing some fucking work. Well, this is the simplest part of the mountainside, so I left the easiest part for last. Sucking on ginger candy like it's water. Been nauseous for days? Oh no! F. Oh, you switched it. Thank you, Potato. That's awesome. Because English, I guess. Yep. Okay, so we type exclamation point emotes if we ever need to educate a Twitch baby about how they can enhance their experience. Noted. Oh, we thought Twitch baby. So fresh. So new to the world. So many wonderful things to experience and learn about. It makes me happy. We're doing such good work, guys. We really are. Spreading the gospel of Twitch emotes. The gospel of Bob Ross and Twitch emotes. Ginger people stuff? They make the best ginger stuff? The ginger people. Every product is ginger. Oh yeah, I've had their product before. The Gingins. I've had those. They're really good. Turmeric latte mix. Yum. Minced ginger, ginger soother, ginger juice, ginger chips, spicy ginger teriyaki sauce, hard ginger candy, ginger spread, ginger syrup. Yum. I love everything ginger. That's a smart company idea. I bet they're fucking loaded now. Hey 16, what's up? If I hit myself and it hurts, am I too weak or too strong? Yes. Or maybe neither. You're just right. Had a late night feeling it today. Take care of yourself. Make sure you drink some water and stuff. Thank you, the real Lakena. Welcome. Usually if I'm super sleep deprived, chugging water is what cures me. And then I feel like a new person. Chugging water and eating a fucking big ass breakfast. Is that your password? It can't be a date because there aren't 16 months in the year, so. Or 26 or 28. If I could just have the username 16 or 16, I would 100%. Random numbers after that. The only numbers there are 26, 28. That's not true. 16's a number too. It's just written out in letters. Did anyone here actually get the username that they wanted when they first typed their username in? Did you guys actually get the username that you wanted? I did. Haha. If I turn the exposure up, the FPS gets really low if it goes above -5. I did. Wow. I did smile. So have you changed your username? And I bet if you could have it different, you would have one less S in there. Yeah, you have to use just assist. Twitch banned your original username? What? Pipela, we do not know. We do not know. I think I'm gonna make it darker on the left side, even though it's not like that in the reference. It'll help with like a vignette effect. Boat was your nickname at school? It's spelled boat written on flip phone keyboards. I would get DMs like, do you think all girls on Tinder are hoes? Or are you just joking? I can't believe someone already has Lakena. But I'm the real one. Capital R, capital O. Gotcha. Is Tinder hoe bannable? That's such a like dumb DM to get. If your username is Tinder hoe, like just because one person is a Tinder hoe doesn't mean that all people on Tinder are hoes. That's just like not true. That's not what that means. That's not what that implies. That people are dumb if they think that. Yeah, people are dumb. That's why you close DMs, dude. Fuck that. Or if you think it's funny, then keep it open, but... Dude, I got I got weird DMs when I was just a one viewer Andy. And then I was like, fuck this. I'm closing my DMs. I was like, dude, the one person that looked at my stream today feels the need to DM me. Like, chill. Chill out. Relax. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Doesn't make any sense. You get DMs from Azan viewers because you're 30 months sub. Well, bro, 30 months. That's crazy. Close your DMs after that. Smart. DMing streamer. I'm going to DM streamer right now. Hi, bed. What time is it? 2:07? Okay, we have plenty of time. There's probably more touch-ups I want to do to this mountainside after I fill it in. But I think I'm gonna worry about that later. Later. Your real name is available, but you don't feel like using that? Yeah, it's probably better if you don't. $2,028. I forgot the 600. Swap over swap no? Swap is probably easier for people to say, yeah. Then you don't have to deal with people being like, how do you pronounce it? I don't understand how to pronounce your name. What the hell? Why couldn't you have picked something easier? Your teachers always pronounce it as sop nil? Sop? No! That's not gonna work. Even your teachers didn't pronounce it right. This sucks. There is something so satisfying about shading like this. Takey, what's up? How are you? You were just in the sauna? Okay, bitch. Damn. I wanna go in a sauna. Fuck. Song is this? Your name meaning is dream? You're the only one with your name in your school? Oh. It means dream. Dream-like. Wow. Very fancy. You're like a dream. Thanks, Tom Parks. Welcome.
Watch out!
What? Hello? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the raid, Melamoni. Hi. Hello. Have we met? Thank you so much. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for the shout out, Potato. Lemon raid. Oh, look at that cute lemon. Oh my gosh. That is the cutest lemon I ever did see. Holy shit. Thank you for the raid. Are you an artist as well? If so, we met ages ago. Oh, really? I was like, I feel like something's familiar. You're an artist? Oh, okay. Well then, please feel free to share any of your socials or links or anything like that. If you want to show us what you were working on, you know, all that good stuff. I'll be happy to check some of your stuff out. Yeah, you're using the sub emotes. Yay, Pog. Hi everyone. For anybody who doesn't know who I am, I'll show you the whole drawing that I'm working on here. My name is Ray. That is in fact how you pronounce it technically. Ray. Like Ray with a VR in the front. And I'm currently working on this ink drawing commission. It's a landscape of somewhere out west, I think. Not sure exactly where it is, just a guess. Could be wrong. So here's the whole drawing. We've been working on this one for over a week, I think. I took some days off this past week because I was getting a little burnt out of ink drawing. Yeah, it's like pray, but vray. That's the best way to do it. We have to tell people to do it from there, with that suggestion. I think that's probably the one that we've come up with that makes the most sense. Social would be easiest. All right. I'm gonna do my scuffed display capture. People trip up your name often too. Oh, really? That's so cool. Thank you, Lemon. Drawing's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Victory Royale. I don't follow you? What the hell? Oh, look at this cool stuff. Okay, you're traditional too. This is awesome. Wow. Look how beautiful those watercolors are. Is it watercolor or gouache? Whoa. Oh, I love it. Watercolor is so cool to me. Oh, mostly gouache. Okay, I was gonna say because it looks more opaque than watercolor. Like these ones, you can kind of tell if it's gouache a little bit. Traditional is the best, I agree. Digital is a good tool, but I like traditional art the most. So beautiful, wow. Fuck. I love this. Everybody go follow Melamoni. Wow, and you have the same name on Instagram? That's awesome. Good for you. I have been trying to like figure out how I can make the transition. Like my personal account on Instagram is Vray. Like this name, and I've been trying to figure out how I'm gonna transition like I wish I could just like switch the names, dude. I wish I could just switch my personal account to the one that my Instagram is, and vice versa. Look at these colors. So pretty. Wow. So beautiful. I would wear a whole ass dress with like this print. I love this one. I love blues. Blues are my favorite. Honestly, same, right? Hi, Miss Neko. Miss Neko, please forgive me, but I already forgot what your request was for your artwork. I know you requested one, but I forgot what exactly you wanted. Because I didn't write it down, so I forgot. Look how cute this is. Look, ink. These are so cool. Wow. There's cute drawings too? Shut up. Oh my god. Look how cute they are. Wow. This is awesome. I love your stuff. Also your cat. Your cat is so cute. Aww. Finn? Aww, so cute. Oh, look at all your plants! Oh my gosh. Oh no. No! Stop! Oh no, Finn! Wow, I love how like unique and colorful and like just so lovely your art is. It's actually very inspiring for me to see stuff like that because I get, you know, I get so caught up in doing these huge projects that take like 50+ hours. And sometimes I have this desire to just like do something that's a little more like free flowing and just like for colors and for design and like You know, that kind of stuff is something that I've been thinking about. Not necessarily like, I don't know really, but I want to do some stuff that's more like relaxing, just for like creative flow. So I appreciate seeing stuff like that a lot because it opens up my mind a little bit for types of art that I could make that like don't require an insane amount of focus and concentration and like perseverance like this. Not to say that your art doesn't require like focus and concentration and perseverance or whatever, but you know what I mean. I want to make stuff sometimes that's like more fun. Like this is fun, but like your art looks like so much fun. I bet it is. Lovely to have a free-flowing practice without a lot of pre-work. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I said that and it sounded like so demeaning. Oh shit. My bad. Thank you, Dark Insanities and Tara Bigley. Welcome. Do you have like you're fine, thanks. I'm still practicing thinking about what I say before I say it. Lol. Do you have like what's it called? Like I don't know how to say it, but like what do you say when people ask you what type of art you do? Cuz I know you get that question a lot. Cuz I do. They're like, "Oh, like what type of art do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I mostly draw and paint landscapes with ink, graphite, and oil paint." That cat was so cute. Tell them I do nature-inspired abstract art focused on color composition. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That is the most eloquent and concise way that you could possibly explain it. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I strive to do more stuff like that to break up my tediousness that I get caught up in. This looks freaking photorealistic. Thank you. Yeah, there are certain areas that are more realistic than others, but we are trying to make it as realistic as possible. Thank you so much. The elevator pitch, yeah, exactly. I gotta refine my elevator pitch a little bit. But yeah, thank you so much for the raid again. So kind of you. Did I drop a link to my socials? I don't think I did. If anybody wants to see... Oh, thanks. If anybody wants to see other stuff that I do, I'm not very, like, I'm still trying to get better at posting on social media, but it's a work in progress. But that's like, you know, it's... I've been talking about how I want to start doing, like, daily... I used to do, like, these daily 1-hour landscapes for, like, a month or two, but then I got kind of bored with, like, digital painting. So I've been thinking about things that I can do that help me a little bit with, like, traditional, since that's what I want to focus on. Well, that's what I do focus on. So seeing stuff like your artwork is super inspiring because it makes me, like, think of ideas for things that I could do, like, just like one little painting or sketch maybe every day that doesn't take like 100 hours. Stuff that I would be able to, like, share on social media and still have it be, like, my style. I need to follow more artists like you too. Cause I follow so many artists that like all of their work is like insanely super detailed and like takes a long time and all this stuff. I want to follow more artists that are like free-flowing and like more focused on like color and design and stuff versus like extremely detailed concept art. You're always like, oh, thank you. The Vrix elevator pitch is currently no people, no horses. I wouldn't say that that's my elevator pitch, but if somebody asks, I would tell them that I do not enjoy drawing people. And that I also, yeah, don't really enjoy drawing horses either. Or bugs. There's like a lot of things that I don't enjoy drawing. Steven Zapata? It sounds familiar. Let me see. It does sound familiar. But looking at his work, I'm not sure if I've seen it before. Maybe this is one of the artists that Devin showed us. Whoa. Crazy. Super detailed. Graphite, I think. Wow. I love seeing stuff like that too. Like, it's inspiring to see like super detailed stuff, but equally as inspiring to see stuff that's like just more focused on color. I follow a lot of artists that do like only ink or only graphite like that. And I don't think I follow certain landscape artists that I really like to see what they do with color. But I don't think I really follow anybody who's like purely like, yeah, like abstract composition and like color theory. Fucking sick. I'm probably gonna scour your following list, Melamoni. Probably gonna see who you're following and follow some of those guys. That's what I like to do sometimes, like when I find artists that I think are really cool or inspiring for any particular reason. I like to see who they're following too, so I can get inspired by the same stuff. Want to get better with color theory? Color theory is really hard. And it also really depends on what medium you're using. I originally learned color theory. There's a lot of great talent out there for sure. I originally learned color theory with acrylics. Friends calling for Apex. Good luck. Good luck, Swap. Better win. And acrylic was like, I don't know. I just hate acrylic. It sucks. I hate it. It just was very like artificial plastic, because it is. And then I learned color theory again in college with gouache, but we only had like 4 gouache colors. They're probably over there somewhere, but it was like we had like a sort of magenta type color, and then like a lemon yellow, and then like sort of like this weird tealish turquoise color, and then like white and black, I think. So my professor got us these little color sets of gouache, and those were the colors we had, and it was like super weird to try and like, I don't know, it was like a weird magenta and like turquoise, rather than your average set of primary colors, which is like lemon yellow is usually the one you use for like primary yellow, regardless of what medium you're using. And then like for acrylic, we used ultramarine as like ultramarine blue as kind of like the main blue. So I've always kind of used ultramarine blue the most out of like probably all the blues with oil paint and acrylic. But then we had like this weird one with gouache, so I feel like it like fucked me up. Like trying to learn color theory with those colors for gouache was like, I don't know, man. It was kind of weird. And then I was like, oh, I don't like gouache. But then I see so many artists using gouache to make like such beautiful, just like soft kind of like light and warm and like cozy, especially natural stuff, either landscapes or like nature inspired. And I feel like gouache does like a really good job of that. Being more like warm and colorful kind of, versus like oil paint, which is very earthy. So I want to learn gouache eventually, but it's always intimidating to learn a new medium. I have so many commissions right now that I don't know. Or maybe I could start practicing with gouache as sort of like my daily little paint a plant every day type thing. Perhaps. Might like acrylic gouache. It's a mix of the two and has the best properties of each. Huh. Maybe I should try that. Prussian blue is my favorite. Yeah, see, I think I need to expand my range of blues. I've been using with oil cerulean and cobalt. And then I use like, oh, thunder. And then I use ultramarine mostly for like shadows because it's so dark. So, but I've heard, I mean, Mr. Bob Ross always talks about phthalo blue. And then I think he uses Prussian blue sometimes too. But I've heard a lot of people talk about Prussian blue. I gotta try that. Of course, it even sounds fancy, so it must be. Has cyanide in it. I think it depends on the type of pigment that you buy, whether or not it has cyanide in it. Because sometimes it's artificial, but if it's a natural pigment, it probably does have it. Cyanide. You learned color theory with gouache and color aid paper. What's color aid paper? Oh. Tastige. Yeah, it's really good. I love that one. Do you remember what colors you had, Cloud, for when you learned color theory with gouache? I don't remember the colors we had, other than lemon yellow, white, and black. I don't remember what type of red or what type of blue they gave us. And amazing. I had no idea what gouache was because I've never heard it said out loud. Yeah, I guess just looking at the word, you would be like, how the fuck do I pronounce that? What is that? Oh, now it all makes sense. I need to learn color theory again though. I need to like give myself a class because I slacked off hard as shit when we were doing color theory in school because I thought it was so boring. But I regret it now because now I like am behind. I need to relearn it. I have no idea, that was too long ago. Fuck. I'm sure I could find like a recommendation online of like what colors I should use. Color aid. Wide variety of brilliant hues, tints, and shades. Perfect for exacting color layouts, stage and studio sets, mock-up collage, and paper sculpture. Wrinkle-proof. Huh? Velvety matte surface is washable and non-bleeding. It erases easily and readily accepts tempera, ink, pencil, and markers. Whoa. Maybe I should get some of those. So you did it on like different colors of paper. I'm gonna grab some lunch and lurk. Bye, Melamoni. Thank you so much again. Aw, no problem. Thank you so much for the raid. We do appreciate it a lot. I don't know if I even follow you on Twitch. So I can catch your stream in the future. Oh my god, I don't. What the hell? Okay. Hopefully I can catch your stream sometime. Enjoy your lunch! I can dig up my sketchbook next time I'm at my mom's. I would love to see. Tiny sheets of paper. Oh, $100 for a pack of 200 tiny sheets of paper. Dick Blick. Yeah, Dick Blick, amazingly enough, is like one of the best art retail websites out there. Or I don't know if art retail is the right term, but art supply websites. I'm getting hungry. My tummy is a rumbling. We would compare the colors next to each other and included it in a few paintings. Keep that in mind. Yeah, Dick Blick has a lot of really good sales and just pretty much everything you can buy like wholesale. So you can get stuff that you would use a lot in bulk. Lots of different types of paper, pens, paints, pretty much everything you could think of. Bro, the exposure in here, it's getting dark because it's gonna rain. If I put it on auto exposure, it's like way too bright though. Whatever, I'll just leave it. It's fine. But a lot of the stuff, like, I was looking at drafting tables on Dick Blick, and they're like insanely expensive. But I also think that drafting tables just like are expensive. Do they have art books? You mean like books about artists? Or like of art? I'm not sure actually. You'd have to look. I like the dark. Edgy. Very edgy. I only like the dark if I have cozy lights on. So technically not even the dark. I can't get over the name. Probably just some dude named Robert whose nickname was Dick. And then they were like, oh, Dick Blick. Books for learning art like Bridgman and just helpful art books or art books showcasing art. I'm not sure. I'm sure you could go onto the website and search it though. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because they're kind of like, they kind of have everything. Just ordered a cozy light from Amazon that projects stars and clouds. Ah, That's awesome. I've always wanted one of those. I always wanted one when I was in college for like my dorm, but I never bought one. But I still want it. That would be so nice to have in here. I want one of those super fancy ones though that like projects fucking real ass stars like a planetarium, you know? And then you can have like the actual night sky on your ceiling. That would be awesome. Bernie Sanders! Oh shit. Bernie live! Hog! Bernie live, pee pee poof. How does that bot keep coming back, Potato? Or is it just different, like, is it just different, like, iterations of the same fucking bullshit? Ugh. I don't get it. They have some, but they're, like, not really good books. It's like the generic how to draw manga books. Yeah, I guess they don't really have a good selection of, like, books. I think it's more just, like, art supplies. So you're better off looking elsewhere for your books, I guess. Imagine if Bernie raided this stream. I'm once again asking you to subscribe to Bray. I am once again. They keep using different variations of the same username. It's like so weird, man. What the fuck are they trying to do? I just like don't even understand what the fuck, like a bot account who follows your channel, like what can they even do? I have no idea. Although there were some bots the other day where they were like, they can steal your IP address somehow? Monka. I don't understand how they could do that, but I don't get it. The light is supposed to get here today? Whoa. That's crazy. That's so fast. All right, well, I've still got to add all the little plants over here. They can only steal your IP if you go to their profile page. They find vulnerable Twitch extensions and exploit them. Whoa. Yeah, but they can't do anything about it? That fucking sucks. Well, that was perfect timing for my battery to die because I'm done for today.